rock bottom is what Alcoholics Anonymous call their nadir. Is it coincidence that the song just before this one is Getaway, reeking with AA aphorisms? Thankfully, this song isn't an AA catch cry, just about a girl who mistreats Paul.
Oh, you never treat me like you should.
Ace Frehley writes the intro, and Paul Stanley writes the song proper. The 12-string arpeggios may be called filler by critics, adding 2 minutes to an album struggling to breach half an hour. Yet it is a haunting, albeit simple piece that wafts you away in its carousel embrace. It was that idea of starting something off soft and then going into something much crunchier. Stanley launches into the gapped riff with swooping vocals, drums, and one guitar, no bass. The bass enters on verse 2, growling through the gaps, played by Frehley himself. On the record, each final melody line would go down a fourth. But I've always loved the oomph Stanley would add live. Instead of going down, going up a sixth. Throw in a couple of 5/4 bars before the second and third choruses to keep the critics on their toes. A powerful weapon of Kiss's songwriting was Ace's soloing. He had that innate ability to compose his solos like catchy little songs, not just fret-banging noise. In this solo, we clearly hear it's not just about what you play, but what you leave out. Another thing that Kiss leaves out on this third album, their costumes, which may have played a role in the explosive reception to their next album, Alive. Subscribe so you don't miss those upcoming reviews. Taken on the corner of 8th Avenue and West 23rd Street, New York, this was a Cream magazine shoot, not intended as an album cover. It was done 4 days after the release of Hotter Than Hell. They weren't planning the next album cover back then. It was for a comic starring Kiss as superheroes, entering a phone booth in suits and emerging in costume. Legend has it, only Peter owned a suit and the rest of the suits were manager Bill O'Coin's, while photographer Bob Gruen maintains that he provided the suits. However, in 2021, Gene called Bob's recollection innocently remiss and ended all the speculation.
The suit I wore belonged to Bill O'Coin. The clogs, I think, belonged to Ace. Paul had a suit. I suspect Peter had his own, because he was a sharp dresser.
Which leaves only Ace with a borrowed suit from either O'Coin or Gruen, long before he hit